We're raising money for a local cause right here in the district.
I'm happy you mentioned that, Dana. So we are partnering with a special guest tonight. Our organization that we're partnering with is HIPS. They have been working in the nation's capital right here since 1993 with some of the most vulnerable communities in the city to make sure that they get the support they need. So without further ado, I think maybe we should bring up a representative from HIPS.
I agree.
Tell us a little bit about the organization, the cause, and how you at home can maybe help out a little bit. What do you think, Dana? Should we do that?
Yes, we should do that.
Hey everyone, my name is Alex and I am the outreach manager at HIPS, honoring individual power and strength. HIPS is a local nonprofit organization that provides compassionate harm reduction services all across the city of DC. During these challenging times, HIPS is here every day for the community. Your generous gift will help to ensure that we are able to continue to provide compassionate care to our LGBTQ siblings, sex workers, people who use drugs, and individuals who are experiencing housing insecurity or homelessness. Since the start of COVID-19, our communities have faced growing and unique challenges. The city has seen multiple spikes in overdoses since the start of the pandemic. Sex workers are losing clients and income, and many of the resources that typically provide support for people experiencing housing, food, and financial insecurity have been scaled back or shut down due to the virus, creating a substantial drop in the availability of supportive services for all of our clients. Now more than ever, harm reduction is needed in our communities. HIPS is continuing to work hard every day to ensure the health and safety of our clients during these troubling times. Our team hasn't missed a beat figuring out creative ways to continue to serve the community while still reducing risk and harm. From switching our social and clinical services appointments to phone or telehealth appointments, to continuing to provide needle exchange, safer sex supplies, naloxone, clothing, food, and now hand sanitizer, gloves, and face masks through tabling at our drop-in center and through mobile outreach across the city's 8 wards, we are adapting our services to continue to meet the needs of our clients wherever they are. Anything you can donate would be appreciated. Your support is so needed and welcomed right now. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that and for all of your work. What you're talking about is almost as important and inspiring as the very legitimate wellness tips you're going to get on this show. So thank you so much for doing critical, but not quite as critical as what we're doing.
Thank you, HIPS. And thank you, viewers. You know, Dana, it is so nice to have another show in this yurt that we have been quarantining in for 4,000 years.
It's true. It's nice to welcome people in, but to clarify, when I say welcome them in, we don't mean in person. We mean virtually / virtually. Okay. We don't want anyone coming in the yurt, and we will fight you. Okay.
Yeah.
Not disinfectants, and we will just.
Yeah. Just stay out.
Yeah, we'll spray them. Is that me hissing? Is that the noise of the disinfectant? I don't know. I'm crazy. You don't want to mess with this.
Ooh,
yeah.
That disinfectant, it actually doesn't smell bad. It actually doesn't
Chris,
smell bad at all.
You stopped. No, it does smell bad. You'd put that away, Chris.
I actually have a whole thing of this tied here, right here.
Chris?
Oh, it's really good. And it's kind of the president, he said that maybe if it hits the body. And
drop it.
Maybe gargle a little bit.
Chris? Bad, Chris. No, you get that away from your face.
It hits the lips.
You get that away from your face. No, stop it. Put that down. You close that cap right now, young man. I will spray you. I will spray you in the ear. You bad. Put that away. Saved your damn life.
She's very mean.
It's hard to protect him from himself. Anyways, don't eat that and instead just spray it at people. We have some other practical tips too, like how we've been keeping the yurt safe. We have a moat of hand sanitizer to even get in to the yurt. And then we have a decoy moat of not hand sanitizer just to keep like the peasants out and away. We also have a bear trap and we put some toilet paper in there. So if someone tries to like wander on in, they're going to get trapped and, it's wild. I mean, basically don't approach us because it'll be a yurt locker moment and we don't want that for you. It's going to be out of control.
No, you don't want that. Dana, with all these precautions that we're taking, I'm feeling pretty safe and protected from the coronavirus.
Me too.
But you know what I'm not feeling safe from?
What?
Your in-mouth disease.
Oh, you're like, is that a foot and mouth disease?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's funny.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I did that.
That's a really good pun. That's a really good pun.
Thank you so much. I like that we're yes-anding all of this. Yeah, yes and.
Yes and. I feel safe. I feel good. I've been pretty good at social distancing. Like, I've only been going out like the experts recommend for existential travel. So.
You mean essential travel?
No, I mean, I'm going out when it's existential. I've got my my Camus. I got my Tom Stoppard plays. I've got my sense of impending dread. Like the existentials that I need to shop for.
No, Dana, I think you mean essential travel. You are allowed to do essential travel only, not existential.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a really pretentious way of them just telling us to stay at home. Because I'm like, I can take my meaningless journey into the pits of despair without ever getting off my couch. You know what I mean? Like times of construct. So it just, I've been doing that from home. I didn't know. Does this mean I can leave the house for groceries?
No, it doesn't mean that.
Oh.
But what it does mean is that I think you need this show tonight.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. You know what? I think we all do. And on that note, what do you say we start the show, Dana?
I say yes.
Me too. That's perfect. Let's get it rolling. So, hey, our first comic tonight is the same first comic that you saw on our debut show of Well, Well, Well. This guy has been all around. You can see him on Comedy Central, Dry Bar Comedy. Most of all, you can see him at robertmack.com because that, after all, is his name,
wow.
robertmack.com. Without further ado, please welcome back again with more Stress Less tips, Robert Mack.
Take it away, Robert. Relax us.
Have you ever imagined that hitting the escape button on your keyboard on a stressful day would send you on an instant trip somewhere? Wouldn't that be great? Everyone needs to escape sometime, maybe for a week, or just a day, or maybe just 5 minutes with your BFF. I like to escape to the great outdoors. I was camping in Bryce Canyon in southern Utah, which are these red sandstone arches and towers. It's where they filmed the Roadrunner cartoons. Back when they filmed cartoons on location, before all the animal rights protesters came in and shut down the Acme Rocket Skate Company once and for all. And it's beautiful, but it's Utah, so they say it's beautiful. Well, it's not beautiful when you're camping in a slot canyon and there's a cloudburst, flash flood, and they kicked us all out. I had to get a hotel. Nothing fancy, just a room in this little mom and pop and mom 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 place right outside Salt Lake City. Why do you think they're called more moms? You're welcome. There are ways right at your desk that you can literally work the tension out of your body if you're stressed. Desk yoga is a thing. This one is ideal for people who are on keyboards all the time and don't realize that the stress is crippling their hands. Desk yoga is becoming very popular. In fact, during my Stress Less talks, I see a lot of people doing a move with their fingers. It's called the solitary upward bird or something like that. A lot of stress comes from taking on too much work, especially if it's unwarranted. The celebrated Irish poet and playwright Oscar Wilde once told me, on his deathbed, "Either these curtains go or I do," and then he died, because life is about choices. Choices. You can choose to say yes to things that bring you more stress, or you can choose to say no. Say no to filling out the paperwork that somebody else was supposed to fill out. Say no to the phone call that comes at the wrong time. Say no to the meeting that interrupts your workflow. I call them the no's, and the only one who has the power to pick what you say no to is you. I want you to write this down. You can pick your no's. It's so easy, even kids can do it. Just say no.
Wow. Thank you so much, Robert. That was extremely informative and instructive. I especially like the part about saying no more, because that sounds fun. Just like, no, Chris, no. You stop that. No.
It's just
no.
right here. It's just
no,
right
you put that down. No. Bad. No, stop trying to like it. You put that down right now. No. Just like Robert said. No.
How did you get better at that so quickly?
I built on the strength of my community. Takes a village. Takes a village to raise this wild Chris. Anyways, thanks so much, Robert. And for our next segment, usually I don't endorse exercise under any circumstance, but I'm going to...
He always says, Chris, stop exercising. Please stop
it. Stay still. You know what I mean? Yeah. But this time I'm going to make an exception because our next comedian / healer is hilarious. She's been in a ton of comedy festivals, the Kennedy Center, the Comedy Cellar, and now she's on the Well Show, the most amazing and prestigious show of all the world. And
she made it.
Yeah, she made it. She made it to the Well Show. So please enjoy and learn and be inspired by these exercise tips from Miss Brittany Carney.
Hi, I'm Robert Tanya. What I have for you today is a quick, accessible workout that you can do while you're at home, sheltering in place, that'll get that energy pumping and the blood gushing and your serotonin levels up to medium. You'll want to start warming up with some quick, controlled movements. And hoist those burdens. Make sure you can feel your shoulders wiggling. Pretend your legs are dicks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Expel a blue demon. And 1, 4, 6. 1. And breathe. And reach and pop and lock and extend and pop and reach and extend and lock and reach and twerk. You did it. Don't forget that you're beautiful, and so is your mom.
Wow, Brittany, thank you so much. I learned a ton.
Yeah, me too, Brittany. Thank you very much. You know what I learned the most, Dana?
What?
It's that you already do all of those things.
Right?
You exercise.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't know.
Great.
I didn't know.
Isn't that nice?
So much for validating me, Brittany. I didn't know I was already an exerciser.
You're an exerciser.
That's amazing. Yeah. I'm an athlete.
Yeah, I would say so.
Feeling fit.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of fit, this next comedian is comically fit. Yeah. He's been in a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. And like what?
Hey, I'm glad you asked. He is the creative director of the Ellicott Silly Comedy Festival.
Love it.
Currently canceled due to COVID-19, which is a shame.
Don't love it.
He also is the host of the Second Saturday Shit Show at the Autobar and the co-host of the Funny Factor comedy show. He's open for Doug Stanhope and a bunch of other funny people. Please, everybody, sit back and take in some wellness tips on how to be healthy in these times with animals. Please welcome Mike Quinlan.
How you doing, everybody? It's Mike Quinlan. This is Well, Grassroots Comedy's vignette show where we talk about mental health. When I pitched my idea about sheltering in place with my wife's animals because I thought that they were going to bring me some inner peace, I was sane. That was 50 days ago. So here's my advice to you. If you're going to shelter in place with the woman that you just married, just know that it's going to be ruined by your COVID newlywedness will be ruined by the amount of insanity that animals bring in a collective bunch. Noah, no possible way Noah and his ark was anywhere near true. And if so, Noah, I beat you by 10 days. Once again, that's my wife, Elizabeth. I love her very much. This dog right here is Charles Manson. We call her Rosie. She's Charles Manson. This is Tito Puente, our parrot. Now, he's cool except for the fact he's had the hiccups since the Carter administration and has low self-esteem. So every morning I have to negotiate with him to take his Prozac because he feels it makes him sluggish. One thing about Tito Puente is he's really good because if I give him a nickel, he can do my scratch-offs for me. So I'm cool with that. This is Stella, our cat. Now, you might be noticing that I wear an inhaler and a whistle around my neck. That's because Stella attacks me and kills me, and she's trying to. These are my inhalers for April. All right, my wife is animal crazy. She would actually probably stop on the side of a road. Stop on the side of a roadkill and give it mouth to mouth if she could try to bring it back. This is Tickles the raccoon. You probably know Tickles because he has 42,311 followers on Instagram. I have 402. Tickles was rescued by my wife and now lives in our basement. She did it without my authority and actually built a very nice, if I have to say so, she built a very nice bunk bed set because we've also actually rescued this koala named Jericho. I have no idea why his name's Jericho, but that's just the way it is. So what I'm trying to tell you is when they start herd immunity, how about turd immunity? That's all these animals do, is they chase each other around and they try to eat each other's turds. These are my dogs right here. That's actually the neighbor's dog, Daisy. She's a Liverpool fan. We won't hold it against her. This is Rosie again. She's the one that's trying me the most. And this is Lubert J. Lubroth. He's actually a doctor and a lawyer and my friend, and we go drinking together. About 3 years ago, we were in Prague, Germany, and we stole a UPS truck, which was nice. So what I'm trying to tell you is this is where it becomes a PSA, people. If you're going to adopt an animal during this time, don't be turning it back, Tyler and Karen, when your kickball games and your brunches start back up, all right? You need to be devoted to these animals because you took them and gave them hope. This is Mike Quinlan. This has been well. Please know your limitations relative to your animal husbandry and or boarding situations. I am absolutely, completely insane right now. Thank you very much. Thank you, Grassroots Comedy. Well.
Wow, Mike, making it, just showing how much animals can add joy and peace to our lives. I mean, I feel so much calmer and more centered after seeing that. Don't you, Chris?
Oh boy, I sure do as well, Dana. Yeah. Boy, I feel like I really needed that one. So yeah, that's nice. And yeah, can't wait to find a little creature, a little furry creature myself. You know,
yeah, they can drive you crazy like they're driving us crazy. And I will say with animals, I was pretty fauna that segment.
Ha 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 ha. I see what you did there. Yeah. So hey, speaking of segments, would you like to play another one?
I would like that so much.
Oh,
and
goodness.
So go for it. Explain.
Okay. Well, for those of you who attended the other week for our pilot episode of Well, you had the honor of participating in a meditation of sorts, a guided meditation, which is a lot like other meditations, but also not at all. We have our resident meditative expert back with us once again. And she's going to do another rendition of guided meditation for you all. So if you have not done so already, please find a comfortable place to sit. Please straighten your back. Make sure your spine is aligned like there's an invisible rope going through your body. Maybe put your hands on your knees and let's meditate. This is going to be Elizabeth Norman. She's a very funny comedian. You can see her everywhere. So please sit back and relax.
Hi, welcome back to Meditation Station. My name is Elizabeth Norman, and I'll be guiding you today. Today, our theme is travel. We still have a lot of restrictions to our travel right now. We can't go to all the places that we would want to go, especially now when it really feels like we could all use a vacation. Am I right? But while we can't physically travel to all of the places that we would like to go, mentally, all of those boundaries are imaginary. So we can actually go anywhere we want to go, but first we have to go inwards. We're going to start with some breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe, imagine yourself somewhere warm. Imagine yourself weightless, floating, and the liquid that envelops you is warm as well. At first you think it's water. Water isn't as thick as this. You're floating in mud. You're surrounded by mud, and you look up and see tall, ancient trees dripping with moss. You are in a swamp. And what a wonderful place to be, where the cycles of life may be keenly observed. Birth, death, rebirth, and you become one with it. You become part of the swamp, surrounded by detritus that floats alongside you. As you float, you look up, and you notice on the shore a hand-painted picket sign. This swamp has been claimed. As you float on, you hear a new sound, a low, bubbling sound. And as those bubbles come up through the mud, they pop. You breathe in deeply and realize that was a huge mistake. Yeah, it is what you think it is. You realize that those bubbles can only be full of farts. There's no other explanation. And this type of fart, no man could create this type of fart. They're simply too powerful. A big old fart. You see a large green mass emerging from thick mud. He turns around. You reflect on the oneness that Shrek feels with his swamp. He is a part of it, and so are all other creatures that inhabit it. So is the mud, so are the trees, so is the moss. They're all one together. He lifts his arms, and you smell the incredible stench emanating from his armpits. Your senses are now totally overwhelmed. But that's okay. Sometimes, in a sensory overload, we can find where our true center is. This is Shrek Swamp, baby, and you're just swimming in it. Breathe in, breathe out. Welcome home. I hope you enjoyed that little expedition. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe. Donkey! Donkey! Get out of my swim! Get out of my swamp!
Donkey!
Donkey!
Guys, I hope all at home on the count of 3, let's make this pandemic end by all yelling donkey in a stupid voice. In 3, 2, 1, donkey! I feel healed.
Did it work? Is it still here?
I think we're good.
Oh, we're good now? Can we
I'm going to give it till the end of the show to like kick in, but I think we're probably pretty much healed. So that should be pretty good.
Nice.
Thanks so much, Elizabeth.
Thank you very much. I am so much more centered than I was. And I was already pretty centered. I was already feeling my kundalini, but now it's like really just thrashing around in a good way.
in a good way, man. What a Libra you are. Anyways, so we have even more meditation coming up in case you weren't calm enough. And I'm so excited for this next hilarious comedian because he's an accomplished man and now he's bonus made it for being on the Well show. I mean, he's toured internationally. He's the founder of the Attack of the Comics, which sounds violent, but it's not. It's just an attack with like a laugh attack. So it's great. It's fun. He's been at the Kennedy Center, the DC Improv. So he's a pretty big deal, team. And now here he is on the Well show. If anyone can heal us with a laugh, it's this guy. So please welcome our special guest, Haywood Turnipseed Jr. Come on in, Haywood.
Hey, what's happening, Dana?
Hey, man, you know.
Hey. Wacka wellness.
You got it.
You guys are cracking me up on this show. I was like, oh my God, I've seen Teddy Riley, but this is hilarious.
High praise from a good man.
And it's good. It's good. That's what this is all about, wellness and moving in the face of diversity, right? We have so much diversity, not diversity. What's the actual adversity? We have so much adversity in front of us today, and it is such an adverse world. You guys had so much adversity in front of you at the beginning of the show, but you stuck with it. You stayed there. It was just like fight. And then Dana was like, I'm cool. And then the same thing happened to her, and I was like, see?
Wild. It was wild.
That was great. Wow. I wish we could do that again with you narrating.
You was going ape shit in the background, and that was hilarious.
Yeah, you enjoyed that. That's good. That's good. You appreciated that.
It was all totally just like ad lib. You know what I mean? It's like live comedy. You know what I mean? It's great.
Is people get to see what goes on in our lives, and then we get to come out and we get to have fun with people. And yes, this is what we're here for now. I love following Elizabeth. Shouts out to Elizabeth. Shout out to Robert, Mike Quinlan, and his fauna. I'm fawning all over him as well, Dana. This is the part where we come in and say, I just want to, one of the best things that, as I've been doing comedy for some time, not some time, actually probably, I don't know, I let my kids tell it a week. by being a comedian, I've become their teacher for the last week. Here's some funny shit. I used to want to be a teacher before I had to become one during the COVID.
And now you're like, man.
Boy, I found out that too is a lie.
We're all learning a lot.
Oh my gosh, homeschooling children who are your own, you can't even kick them out. The teacher's lounge, you guys are looking at it right now. Look at the teacher's lounge.
What do you do for detention, Haywood?
Actually detain them in the basement, but don't talk about that.
Oh my God, wow. This is on the internet. But yeah, we won't tell anyone except the internet.
Hey man, the old school tactics work the best. I said that to say, in the face of adversity, we do what we do best. We act like, this is where we act like our Marine Corps friends, and we adapt and we overcome. We do our best to overcome. People have been asking me, what am I doing during this pandemic? And by pandemic, I do mean the great DJ pandemic, because every out of work DJ has come out of the woodworks. I forgot his name was D Nice. I was like, oh yeah, that is his name. He is D Nice. And then it was like, oh, D Nice. And then like my homie, Henny Hands is out there DJing right now. You guys know Henny Hands. He's Attacking the Comics DJ.
Absolutely.
Every DJ has a show. But I got to listen to one more concert for the people. I love behind the music, but this is before the music that I've been watching some of these shows. So I say that to say, this is the kind of things that I've been making fun of or making light of, because we are in a rough situation. It's like being in a M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's almost like being in The Happening. We are wondering what's happening and when we can go back to actually arguing about frapping and all these different things. So I don't want to belittle it, and we do have to take it serious. But in these serious moments, what we do is we do our best to find the light that comes to us. And the light that's come to me, people never talk about my jokes. They never talk about my performances. I do, but they don't. They always talk about my laugh. They say, you have a great laugh. You have a great laugh. So what I would like to share with the well audience who is in attendance and the ones who will be watching on the record is just my laugh. I do this as a meditation daily. I do 3 to 5 minutes of just straight laughing. It's fun because it's just silliness. And you know what? So without BSing anymore or playing anymore, I will let you know before I get started that it's a ringtone that you can find at my website, HeywoodTurnipseedJr.com.
Meditate on that, okay, team? I mean, meditate on over to his website. Hire this man, right? I think I'm going to go off camera so you can focus right in on Haywood's magic. But
yeah, I'm gonna do that also.
enjoy.
Haywood, let's do it. We're gonna make you the center.
And this is it, guys. Laugh meditation. Haywood Turnipseed Jr. Really, all you have to do is have a healthy enthusiasm. You really just take your hands, you take them to just like this. Can you see me?
Hold on.
Still good?
No, hold on.
You disappeared, Haywood, and that's not cool.
You know what? I can disappear and still do this. Let's go. We're going to start the video. Watch it go. Put your hands on your belly and just and see. Namaste.
Oh my God. Wow. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
We're not worthy.
Not worthy.
I feel,
oh my God.
like there was a moment in the middle where I was like, wait, was this about to become crying? But then it didn't. And the mystery made it fun. I didn't know what to expect. He's awful. Oh my goodness.
I feel like I just got electrocuted, like in a really good way.
Like in a fun way, like I'm a cartoon.
My whole body. Very nice. And I think it's a good thing that we didn't try to do that with you. We definitely would have ruined that.
I'm an amateur.
Here, let's see what it sounds like real quick, Dana. Let's try with them. Okay. One, 2, 3.
You were just like fun and jolly, and mine's like, oh, did she just like eat a good guy? I don't know. Inspiring stuff. We're gonna keep practicing. Thanks so much for coming on and laughing with us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, man. Thank you. That was incredible.
Thank you guys for having me. Well, that's what it looks like when I laugh to all the people watching now. I'm just sharing my screen. That's what I feel like when I'm laughing. Hey, man, keep laughing, keep living, and we'll get through this together as best we can.
Thank you, man.
And it won't be too long before I see you guys again. Let's get up very soon, even in the Zoom.
Absolutely. I'd like to make another episode with you laughing the entire time.
That won't be disturbing at all. So I think
not at all. It'd be totally normal. Play it for your kids. Yeah. Okay.
All right, thanks, Haywood.
Thank you guys so much.
Take care, man.
Right. So now for an abrupt change in tone, we're gonna get a little weirder with a video from our very own Chris Blackwood. You want to introduce her?
Yeah, that's gonna be from me. And I guess I'm going to be the one playing this video. Is that right? Or are you ready to play it? Okay. All right. All right. I love how good at technology we are. Okay. So guys, this is, I don't even know what kind of a disclaimer to give for this. I will say that when I finished making it, I thought, should I put this on the internet?
Okay.
Is this something that I want the public to see? And then I thought, you know what? Too much sunken cost. I didn't work today. I literally just did this all day and most of last night. So here it is. So yeah, a little bit of a wild card. It's going to be weird, but we're just going to get into it and we're just going to play it. And hey, hopefully it actually works too. So we've got a lot of wild cards here, but
Don't overhype it too much, Chris. Oh my God, you guys calm down, okay? We don't know exactly how great it's going to be. Like,
calm down, everyone. Okay, here we go. We're going to play the video, and let's make it big. And here we go.
Prepare to be stimulated. Hello, everybody. You know, I have been doing a lot of research on how to stay calm during these very uncalming times. And I have to say, there's a lot of weird stuff out there that people are doing. There's TikTok videos that make me feel like I'm on psychedelics. There's also too many people doing puzzles. Why would you spend 10 hours or more doing a puzzle? A puzzle is a picture that is broken, and you have to pay to fix it in time and money. Why would you not just buy an unbroken puzzle? Like this. It's like a puzzle, but it is intact, along with my sense of self-worth. Now I have to say, there is something that is weirder than puzzles that I have recently stumbled upon, and it is called ASMR, which, if you have watched the videos, then you might assume stands for acid, shrooms, mescaline, and roofies. However, it is called autonomous sensory meridian response. These are videos of people who are whispering and making weird noises into the microphone that apparently gives you some kind of stimulation. It's gross. Nonetheless, I decided to make an ASMR video for these trying times. I am going to describe a typical day for me in quarantine in a way that will stimulate you. First, I wake up and I make myself a bowl of granola. Pour some into the bowl. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a lot of fruit and nuts. I can hear myself doing this, and I truly feel disgusting. I typically eat the entire bowl while staring out the window pensively. After breakfast, it's usually about time for my morning routine. Sorry, excuse me. It's Panda brand. Soft and strong. Oh, yeah. Sometime later in the day, I go outside to remind myself that humanity still exists. I start by putting on my rubber gloves. Oh yeah, it's very, very plastic. That's how I like it. Make sure that you put on a lot of hand sanitizer to protect people even further from your possible COVID.
Okay, I was stimulated.
Oh boy, me too. You know what I was stimulated the most by? It was
What?
by the 10,000 text messages I just got saying, "Hey, I can't hear your audio. Hey, here's a unique observation." You know, it's a
They're trying
technology
to
part.
help you, Chris. They want to hear you so that you can calm them and heal
I
them.
know, and I know, and you know what? Sorry. I will post the video so you all can listen to it later. What I should have said as a disclaimer is you need to turn your volume way up for the ASMR. It's a unique kind of therapy, and you really just need to, I don't know, maybe you just need to watch a lot of it to fully understand.
I mean, nothing's more soothing than you wearing a mask, looking right into the screen, just being like, "Are you calmer now?" So that was good. That made me feel really safe.
Good. Yeah, and you know what? Bonus for you, Dana. I can just look at you and do it in person anytime. Like the other day when you were sleeping and I was standing over you and you were like, "Hey, you know, like, please stop. What are you doing?" Like, I'm just trying to sleep. And I'm like, "Come on, it's fine."
Well, now I know you're just researching for this segment. So like, whatever, you know, I trust your process. I trust your art.
Thanks. This is so us.
This is so us right now. Speaking of art, we have another artiste joining us, and she is amazing, and she does improv. She thinks of stuff on the fly, like we're doing a great job of doing now, being very funny. So it doesn't take any skill. Clearly, we're really good at it too. But she is a teacher and performer with the Washington Improv Theater. And in this segment, what's going to happen is that, you know, she has a photographic memory. And through her magic meditation powers, she'll be bringing us into that and into some moments from her life that taught her strength, some places that gave her messages of strength and resilience and serenity. The thing is, though, this is improv, so she's actually not sure what those places are, but she's going to have to play it off like she does, and that like she carefully curated this experience for you all. So please enjoy the magic, the improv magic of Kate Symes. Welcome, Kate. Let's bring her in here. Let's get you on the panel. Get you paneling. Panel. Kate, where are you? Oh God. Kate. Oh, I just had to say it in a sadder way. Okay, now I see her name, so she's coming up. She's coming up, guys. There you are.
Hi.
All right, I'm so excited for your journey. I'm going to go off camera now so that we can fully experience you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to pull up my my memories, and we're going to go on this journey together, because I also haven't visited these memories in a while. It's been a while. This one I recognize. This is it's funny, I was hitchhiking 12 years ago across the country, and I got a ride on a tractor. Wonderful man named Bill DeMars. He taught me, you know, he had a saying. He said, if you can't run it, plow it. And that's what he was doing here. He was plowing this field. This was not his field. Fun story, not his field. But he took me all the way from the western side of Kansas to the eastern side of Colorado. Bill and I, we had some times, and, you know, we laughed a lot like Haywood laughed. Bill had a great laugh, like that belly laugh, you know, and, you know, he actually had a heart attack while we were traveling. I did some CPR, and you know what Bill taught me? If you can't revive a person you just met from CPR, then who are you? This, oh my God, wow. I have not seen this picture in years. This is actually my good friend. It's a camel, yes, a good friend. I call him Lamont. Lamont and I, well, I was in the Peace Corps in Benin, and Lamont was my pet. You know, he hung around my house. I talked to him. I didn't talk to a lot of other people in that 2-year span. But Lamont and I, we had good conversations. This actually, this is where I spent most of my afternoons as a child, just hanging out on the swing set, backyard swing set, looking up at the sky, wondering what the meaning of life is, wondering where that tree came from. Is the sky blue? If I think it's blue, what does that mean to you? I sat on this swing set and I thought those thoughts, and my mom would come outside and say, Kate, what are you doing? It's midnight. But that's when I liked to swing. And I think that's when the big ideas hit you. Sometimes you notice that my, teeth, when I open them, it's like a portal into these memories. You can see that. See? Portal. I'm feeling the next one. It's coming. Ballet. I begged my parents to let me take ballet classes. And I finally got to start taking them when I was 17. I was too old for the class. And the teacher told me that right away. And, I said, age limits be damned. I'm here and I'm here to stay. I'm going to dance my freaking legs off. And I danced. I did it in the hallway because they wouldn't let me in the class. But did I still dance? Yes. You don't give up a dream, even if you're too old. There's no such thing as too old. There is technically, but not if you don't believe it. That's what I say. So, we're going to, I think this is second to last or maybe even last, but, this is a big one and you can see that right away. I didn't want to lead with this, but yes, I've been to outer space. Yeah, I have. It was an experimental, I actually won, I won a trip through NASA. This was shortly after the dance lessons didn't work out, and my parents wanted to figure out, like, how do we get this kid, her mind's thinking some big thoughts. And I went into outer space, and mainly I saw space rocks. But you know what they taught me? They taught me, when you're going through it, you keep going. If you get hit, you keep going. And that's what we're going to do. You and me together. We're going to keep going. I hope you're all well. Stay well. Be well.
Wow.
Thank
What
you
a journey.
so much. What a journey.
I feel like we just left the yurt and went to a variety of places. Thank you, Kate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cathartic.
And it's an inspiring message, because sometimes you're too old for dance class, but you're not too old for space.
You're never too old for space.
You're never too old. They don't card up there.
They sure don't.
In either direction.
No card up there.
No.
An old bar in the sky.
Right. Cool. Thanks, Kate. I'm going to make you an attendee again. Sorry.
Okay.
Thanks for joining. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kate. All right. So we are getting to our home stretch here, but I'm about to take you on a journey, maybe to your past a little bit, because I've just been thinking about, COVID and how maybe it's been a little rough, not just on us adults, but on the youths. And so I have just some tips for some serene teen scenes. So please enjoy this next segment. And I hope if you're not hanging out with a teen right now, just grab them off the street, bring them in, because they're going to benefit a lot from this video. So without further ado, here it is. Hey youths, this one's for you. I know it's hard to be a teen out there, and you can't talk to your parents because they're not cool, like me, a random 30-something. The shirt's from Ann Taylor Loft. I think that's where kids shop. Dad, why are you so angry? Why? Know that teen magazines have actually come a very long way from when I was a young lady. You were so angsty. Maybe teens are a little too woke. Maybe it's time to take a nap. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm out here with the most current magazine, Quarantine. It's hot takes, so current. You'll be screaming, what's up? What's up? What's up? Into your landline. Do you guys remember that? That came out in 1999. I'm not a commercial historian. I don't know. I'm not going to look that up. Originally, I wanted to do a magazine called Warrantine. That was about voting for Elizabeth Warren, who's still my favorite candidate. But it turns out that teens aren't allowed to vote. Okay, nerd alert. Since when did teens follow the rules? Also, we weren't in quarantine when she was a viable candidate, so it was like a weird pun to add Warrantine. Anyways, I think I really nailed it this time. I do want to highlight just a few of the amazing offerings on the Quarantine website, magazine, blogosphere. One of my favorites, 6 feet apart, more like 6 feet apart, 6 ways to drive him wild and or away, depending on your goals and execution. You know, a lot of teens, they haven't seen their friends since spring break, and they may have not known that that was the last time they were going to see their friends, possibly ever. And so, real talk. Did you all lick each other enough in February? A super cute guide to living with regret. Today's feature, trend alert, masks. So everyone's wearing them, or at least they fucking should be. Some people are rocking them, but some people are schlocking them. So we're going to take a look at who's been fashion and who's been crashing. Because we love our boy bands. Love you forever, Backstreet Pride forever. Backstreet's better than NSYNC. If you're an NSYNC fan, get off the video. One Direction would be an outdated but still better reference. Well, we're all going One Direction, and it's towards death. Not relevant right now, okay? Because these days it's like boy bands, nah. Boy bandits. Let's take a look at some of the biggest pop culture icons and how they're either crashing or fashion these masks. So first of all, who's looking practical? Sauron. Here are these many spies. They have many eyes, and that's cool because the mask has to cover the face. Those I spy something trendy, and it's Sauron. So way to go, Sauron. You look great, and you're keeping everyone safe. So Sauron, practical, but unfortunately, Batman, act a fool. Batman is always wearing this mask that is not helping with the spread of coronavirus and all the iterations. Oh man, how can you be out here protecting Gotham? You can't even protect guy 6 feet from you. A lot to think about, Batman. So, okay, let's move on to our next totally current icon. Know who's slaying in his mask? That Scream Killer guy. I think there are multiple ones. I don't know. I was always too afraid to watch those movies, and I don't plan to. I just know there's a part where Drew Barrymore is on the phone and then the call's coming from inside the house, and now I'm scared kind of just thinking about it. Anyways, Scream mask guy or lady, no one knows, no one's seen the movies or could look it up anywhere. Totally slaying in multiple ways, okay? That guy's slay, someone else, they've got to be cray. And that's actually going to have to be the drug pirate Roberts from Princess Bride. Yeah, I get that if you keep being told you're going to get murdered the next morning, maybe you don't have huge incentives towards public health, but you know what? You're supposed to be a hero, and you're just pulling a Batman right here, covering your eyes, acting like a freaking ninja. Meanwhile, you're breathing on everyone. Let's move on. We got Dope and Nope. Dope, Frank from Donnie Darko. I was brave enough to watch this movie, and I'm still proud of that. I kind of get why he asked Donnie, why are you wearing that stupid man suit? Because Donnie's was not covering his face with the mask. They're in a movie theater. There's only 3 of them there in the scene, and yet they're not social distancing at all. Frank, this disturbing bunny, is covering his mouth. You can't even see really where his face is. So Frank the bunny from Donnie Darko, dope. Sadly, someone else, kind of nope. And that's going to be the Phantom of the Opera. Now, he's wearing half a face mask. So on paper, you'd be like, sounds like he's nailing it. Wear the half from here to here, but instead he's wearing it from here to here. It doesn't actually extend so that we can see his entire mouth. To be fair, he is very good at social distancing, and he mostly lives in the basement. Like, you're going to wear half a mask, wear half a mask, wear it appropriately. I hope you enjoy this preview of the amazing and super relevant content that the youths can get on quarantine. And don't forget, coming soon, quarantine, because you're never too young to be sexualized, girl. So put down your Vogue, pick up that quarantine. We'll see you next time.
Wow. Dana, I just learned so much. Much. And yeah, that was fantastic. I felt like I was I don't know, I was back at in the 90s, sneaking into my sister's room and reading through her 16 magazine or whatever that magazine was.
17.
Yeah, that's the one. It was 17. Yeah, one digit off. But yeah, wow. What a nice way to view what's currently going on.
Yeah, I just think it's cool because it's current and teens love it. So like we're just getting so much good feedback on the web vlog, you know what I mean? Right. Like it's just been really cool. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to share that.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. So often people are like, hey, you know what? Is today the day that we're going to die? And oh my God, like when are we going to be able to leave our houses again? And then people are, in the South, they're like, oh my God, how am I going to get tattoos? And how am I going to get a haircut? And meanwhile, the teens are like, hey, where's my what's in it for me? So thanks for covering.
Problem.
I think we're ready for the last thing.
Yeah, just one more very short segment from our specialist guest. If you joined us a couple weeks ago, he offered an Empower Minute about beauty standards that changed my life forever. And now with an extremely similar format, please welcome back, closing out the show, and then we'll come back and say goodbye and actually close out the show. Oogie Boogie with his Empower Minute. So please enjoy.
Wow. Just wow.
You are enough. You are enough.
Thank you, Dana. You are too. We all are.
Too much?
We're all enough. Yeah. This is great. This is so great. It's so good. Thank you. Thank you for that, Dana. And thank you, all of you, the listeners, the people who so patiently watched as we climbed a learning curve. We climbed a mountain tonight, everybody. We started this thing and we were thinking, hey, the last show was great. The technology was smooth. This one will be no different. And then we saw something different. And then a lot of people were like, hey, I'm going to help out. And I am going to give some comments as much as I can, because maybe they're not aware of what's going on. This thing they worked really hard to do. but then, you know what? We worked it out. We got through it. We climbed that mountain because you know why?
Why?
Because we're enough.
We're enough.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have tested it more before we went live. That maybe wasn't enough in like the, you know,
Yeah, but, like,
we're enough.
It still happened.
We're enough.
It still happened.
Yeah. But thank you all so much for joining us,
Yeah.
for being a part of this, and for donating to HIPS. If you haven't already, it's not too late.
It's not too late. You can do it. There's a link. I believe there's a link in the
url.com/wellhips, because they're doing good work and you want to support it. Thanks so much to all the comedians, to everyone who contributed. We know these silly little movies take a lot longer to make than you'd think.
That's right. And sometimes the sound doesn't even work and people are like, what the fuck is this? And then you're
That's why.
Well, that was 20 hours of my life, but you know what? It's a thing that happened. So
I think what Chris is saying is that he's already ready for the next show. He needs to come. He needs to center.
I just said, like, yeah, I think I need to get Haywood to laugh.
So
we're gonna get off of this. I'm gonna give Haywood a call and we're just gonna have him laugh.
Thank you all so much for sticking with us. We're planning to be back in a couple of weeks with more segments, some similar, some different, all wild and healing. So thank you so much, and we will see you next time.
Namaste, everybody. Namaste.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. Bye. Goodbye.